And Daniel, storm alert is low right now, but the big thing is going to be another hot day. We got to be ready for that.
Yeah, so storm alert is going to be staying low for a few days if you live in Tucson, but that excessive heat is not going to be letting up at all over the next few days. That excessive heat warning has now been extended until next Thursday, and that's because we are still expecting temperatures to be around 110 in the city of Tucson, even though we are going to be having small rain chances until about Thursday. Now, current temperatures across the area, if you're headed outside, right around 80 degrees, with the warmest spot being the airport at 83. It's not going to be any kind of record to see a low temperature this high out there, but it was pretty close throughout a lot of the area. You do see Nogales at about 71, and then looking over near Sierra Vista, that's going to be an interesting temperature to watch over the next few hours because they are seeing humidity building up this morning, and that's eventually going to lead to some smaller rain chances over in that area and a high temperature only around 100 degrees. But if you're going to be around Tucson or Nogales, that excessive heat warning, as we mentioned, is going to be in effect for those two areas. 109 for you in Tucson, Nogales about 103, and of course the top of the mountains not nearly as bad. So the reason why we're going to have some small rain chances for some of us has everything to do with this monsoon setup that we're starting to see get in place. It's a very weak setup as of right now, but it is just enough to bring some of that moisture into southern Arizona. But as far as any kind of chance for Tucson, I'm just not really seeing it over the next couple days. But higher elevations have a much easier chance to see those storms building up, especially with the way the setup is for spots like Cochise County. So as we start to work your way into the afternoon today, look for those clouds to develop around spots like Sierra Vista, Douglas, Tombstone at around 2 o'clock, but for the rain not really to start until about 3, or at least the best chance for heavy rain. That should be lasting until about 5 or 5:30, and once we get into the evening, that should be wrapping up as far as any rain chances are concerned. Now, for Saturday morning, you're all clear. So if you do want to go outside and say go hiking or anything like that for the first part of the day, you're going to be just fine. But around lunchtime, that's going to be when clouds are going to start to build back up again in Cochise County. It could make its way into Safford, but I do think it's unlikely that they see any kind of strong thunderstorms. But look at Sierra Vista right here. You're starting to see deeper reds and pinks. That tells me that there is going to be a chance of 1 or 2 stronger thunderstorms, with your main impacts being wind gusts of 40 miles per hour, lightning, and pockets of heavy rain being the big things to keep an eye on. I do think that will continue into Sunday as well, but if you live in the city of Tucson, look out for Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are going to be your best chances out there. But until then, the heat is going to be the main thing we're tracking for you. That was weather. Let's go ahead and look at traffic before I head on outside today. And things are still looking good throughout most of town. No reports of any kind of accidents, thankfully, around the Tucson area.